You can call me Mystic Mike because I predict these things.
Welcome back, everybody. This is our first weekly UFC predictions episode with the MMA Mystic and Mystic Mac. We're going to be doing our prediction and breakdown of every fight on this card. I usually make my picks based off of analysis and statistics, whereas Mystic Mac over here makes her choices based off of looks and feelings, right?
Yes. Vibes.
Vibes picks only. So we're going to keep tallies here of kind of who picked what and see who comes out the better as of this weekend.
It's going to be me. I'm going to have the better picks.
All right. So
I always do.
Right. All right. So we'll start off here. We're going to start at the prelims, work our way up to the main event, the amazing main event between Roman Dolidze and Marvin Vettori. So this one, Yuniesi Dubin, I think I'm saying that right, versus Carly Giudice. So Yuniesi Dubin, if you might remember, she was that huge underdog that hit on the Contender Series with the knockout like a little over a minute in.
I remember.
Made me like $100 on like a $5 bet.
Yep.
Taking on Carly Giudice, who is 3-2. Her 2 losses are in the UFC by split decision to decent competition. Pull that up over here, but
is she a grappler, striker? Both?
She's a striker. She was a college softball player. Right.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah. And now she is.
Core?
Yes. No punching power though.
Really?
Kind of like you.
Oh my god!
She had 3 wins heading into the UFC. She lost to Ernesta Caracatza. I don't know if you remember that fight, or I wasn't sure if I wanted to pick her, but I did, and she beat Nicole Di Carioli. She's not Italian.
Oh.
And then beat Gabriela Fernandez, both by split decision though.
Okay.
So.
She beat them. It looks like
she lost to them. Sorry. Okay. Taking on Yuniesi Dubin, fights out of Venezuela, trains out of Pennsylvania now. 6-0 heading in. All her 5 fights beforehand were to 0-0 fighters, who all have losing records still. So, fought a bunch of cans.
She has a bunch of TKOs. Like, how many rounds has she gone?
She's only gone to the 2nd round.
Oh.
No, she's gone to the 3rd round her first fight, but it was a no contest for whatever reason.
That's interesting.
So, Carly Giudice, on the other hand, she's got 3 KOs and then 2 split decisions.
I have my pick.
Who's your pick?
I'm going Carly.
Why?
I don't know. I don't want to say that Dubin's knockout is a fluke, but I feel like it was a fluke.
It's kind of a fluke. And
I feel like she had a big supporting group there at the Contender Series, and I don't know that it'll be the same.
Okay. I'm going to go with Giudice as well. I think she's maybe not have the power, but definitely more technical. Fought the better competition. Fought 2 really good ladies in the UFC. Lost by split decision. So you could say that she arguably could have won those fights. Where I feel like these 2 ladies are pretty good. So
I think experience is gonna win out on this one.
Right. And the people that she beat have some wins before she beat them. So. Gonna go with
who's the favorite?
Giudice is a huge. Well, she was minus 500 when I did my picks earlier. Now she's minus 370 because I'm sure people are putting a bunch of money on Dubin.
Dubin wouldn't be a bad dog to pick, but I don't think she's gonna win.
Not a bad dog to pick. I sprinkled some on her the first time though, and it worked. Next up, Josiane Nunez versus Priscilla Cachoeira. Both these ladies strikers. Priscilla Cachoeira's got power in her hands. 0 ground. She gets taken down and beat up or subbed usually when she hits the ground, but when people stand with her, she usually wins or knocks them out.
Would Nunez take her down?
No.
What are their heights?
Nunez is shorter, but she's got the same reach. She's 5'2", 67. She's have a 2-inch reach advantage and a 5-inch reach disadvantage.
How old are they?
36 and like 31, I think. Does it say on there? No.
I wasn't expecting that. I've never heard of either one of them.
Right? That's why this card's so good.
Oh goodness.
31. Nickname's Josie.
Josie? Okay. Who she fought? Do I know anybody who she's fought?
Josias
Vicious.
She fought Jacqueline Cavalcante, Chelsea Chandler. Not the best competition. I mean, Jacqueline Cavalcante's really good.
Chelsea Chandler related to Michael Chandler?
No.
Oh.
If she did, she probably would have lost that fight, not won. She's big, grappler, kind of just muscled her around. You want to see Chelsea Chandler? That's not a good pick either.
I think I recognize her.
Yeah.
Who?
Priscilla Cachoeira. She's fought a lot. She lost to Jasmine Jasudavicius, who we recently saw beat. I picked her against Mayra Bona Silva, and she won. Yeah, she's really good. Miranda Maverick, who we saw, she barely beat that huge woman. She barely beat, we were watching it outside, Jamie Lynn Horth. Ariana Lipsky, that was a nice KO. I heard she didn't win this fight, I didn't watch it. And then whenever she fights any grappler, she gets beat up and loses.
But obviously. So neither of them has any jiu-jitsu? They're both from Brazil.
I mean, I'm sure they have jiu-jitsu, but they're primarily strikers. I haven't seen Nunez on the ground really, other than her fight with Chelsea Chandler. I
find it hard to pick somebody named Priscilla.
Okay.
But Josie's nickname is Josie. So I don't like that either.
Okay.
I'm going to go Nunez.
I'm going with Nunez too. I think she's a little bit more technical. She's much younger. She's 5 years younger.
I worry about her height though.
She's got a reach advantage. Height doesn't matter. I mean, she knocked out. She's beaten Zara Farron, who's like way taller than Abea Malecki, is 5'9". Knocked her out. So.
I don't know who any of these
people Deone Barbosa, who's really good. She recently fraud checked Miranda Maverick. So I'm gonna go with Josiana Nunez. I think Priscilla Cachoeira can catch her and put her out, honestly, but
okay,
I think Nunez is too tough.
Okay, so is it
2-2?
Yep.
Daniel Barrez. It's Barrez because he's from Spain.
From Spain, okay.
And
what's
then
his
Andre
nickname?
Lima.
He doesn't have the He can't be the Matador, right?
He can't be the Matador. My boy's name. What is his name? He doesn't have a nickname. He's one of those guys. He's too cool. Versus Andre Lima. Mascote.
Okay. 10-0. Has he fought good competition?
Andre Lima has fought Felipe dos Santos, who's pretty good. Richard Poso, who's decent. This is the guy that got bit in his UFC debut. So they DQ'd the other guy, gave him the win.
Oh, my God.
Beat this guy, Hickson Zinidim, who was, he was 14-1 at the time. And he's now 19-2.
He looks like the villain in Night Agent.
Yeah, kind of. He's not Iranian, though. He's Brazilian.
Okay, well, I wasn't going for that. It just looks like him. All right.
Daniel Barrez is getting up there. He is 36, I want to say. How old is this guy? 36 years old.
Striker, grappler, what are they?
Both of them are strikers.
No grappling?
Daniel Barrez, he got taken down by Joffel. He was beating the brakes off Joffel Filio to the body. Dropped him, let him up, dropped him again, let him up, dropped him again, let him up. Eventually fell into a triangle choke, or arm triangle. He got taken down. Joffel Filio immediately passed his guard, went to mount.
Okay,
arm
I'm
triangle.
going Lima.
Lima's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's a multiple-time kickboxing champion.
Okay.
I'm going with Lima.
I'm going Lima.
He's very polished on the feet. Andre Lima. Minus 260. Very good on the feet. Good chin, good defense. And Daniel Barrez barely beat Victor Altamirano, who I don't think is very good. So. Alright. Next up, Sam Page Hughes versus Stephanie Luciano. Stephanie Luciano 6-1-1. Sam Page is 9-6-0. Not the best record, but she's fought really good competition.
Grapplers or strikers?
Sam is kind of well-rounded.
What's Luciano?
She's a striker. 5'6", 66.5 range. 5'5", 64.5. So a little bit of reach advantage. She's younger.
Who she fought?
Sam Hughes. Lost to Yasmin Yorgui, Pierre Rodriguez. Like, these are good.
Who has Luciano fought?
Nobody. She fought this lady, Talita Alankar, and I'm pretty sure she's like 5'1". Yeah, she's 5'1". 58.5 inch reach.
Okay, I'm going Hughes.
Why?
She looks meaner. And if she's well-rounded. And the other girl hasn't fought very many people.
I'm going Sam Hughes. I think Stephanie Luciano can keep it on the feet and piece her up because she had really good defense in her last fight, but she hasn't fought anybody as good as Sam Hughes, and Sam Hughes has fought people that I think are much better than her and won, like Jacqueline Amora, Victoria Dudikova. I feel like these are better fighters than her. So,
Okay.
Sam Hughes, underdog.
Same. We're picking all the same people.
This one, Josias Musasa, not to be confused with Mufasa,
Musasa.
versus Carlos Vera. Carlos Vera, jiu-jitsu fighter, primarily coming out of the Ultimate Fighter. Small little guy at 5'6", 136 pounds, taking on Josias Musasa, 8-0, undefeated fighter out of the Congo, 136 pounds. Coming off of a win on Dana White's Contender Series.
What kind of a win?
I think it was a decision, but I saw this dude fight on YouTube, and he was just an absolute savage.
Strikers?
Striker.
Grapplers? Both of them?
No, Carlos Vera is a Ryan Hall black belt, which means he butt scoots around and rolls for leg locks.
I'm going Musasa.
Musasa it is.
I don't like a butt scooter.
He's huge favorite, minus
Is he?
800. I picked him first round knockout. He's going to put Carlos Vera into retirement. The guy that he beat on the Ultimate Fighter was 9-0 heading into it. He's now 10-1, so
Okay.
lock the card.
This one?
Hopefully he's got
How
good
big of a
takedown
favorite is he?
defense. He's a minus 800 favorite.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Su Young Yu versus AJ Cunningham. So AJ Cunningham, interesting backstory. Kind of had a POS dad who forced him to take steroids, made him fight other kids when he was growing up. So
My God.
not the best childhood, but decent fighter.
Okay.
Fighting out of I want to say Louisiana. I'm not sure.
Big reach difference.
Big reach difference. Su
Right.
Young Yu, power on the feet, was looking for the takedowns for sure. He fights out of Arkansas. Should have known.
Okay. What's his name? AJ? Does he have good takedown defense or no?
Not the greatest from what I've seen.
What's their fight IQ?
Fight IQ?
I feel like Cunningham doesn't have the best IQ.
Why? Because he looks stupid?
No.
And he's from Arkansas?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
What are his losses? Are they dumb losses?
Ludovic Klein on short notice got beat up. Ludovic Klein's elite. Stephen Wynn, who's from our town.
Oh,
Yeah.
our town.
Don't know who Javier Garcia is, but he lost to him when he was 5-3. He lost to a 6-2. Solo Hatley Jr. is this? Yeah.
He
Okay.
lost to a guy named Jewel? Or beat a guy named Jewel. Beat a guy named Jewel.
Jewel Scott. Yeah. Jewel Scott looked like he's 57 years old.
Who is you fought?
A lot of fighters from Asian countries. He's from South Korea. He did the road to the UFC, so he fought on that UFC Macau China card at like 2 a.m.
Right.
Won by decision. Lost to Dastan.
God, this is a tough one.
Kazakhstan guy.
What are his wins? Are they all... He has a
Decisions,
split
ground and
unit.
pounds. Chokes.
What about Cunningham? What are his wins?
Ground and pound against the 8-10 guy. Rear naked choke against a 6-4 guy. Who's now 6-5. Decision.
Oh, God, this is not... I'm not excited about this fight. I'm going to go with you.
With me?
No. Su Young Yu.
I'm going with Su Young Yu as well.
Oh my God! Stop picking. You're just picking whatever I say.
I think he's got more finishing potential. I know he's gonna be shooting takedowns. He's strong. He's got power on the feet. Not the most technical. I feel like he can hurt AJ Cunningham on the feet, or get enough respect to get takedowns, get him to the ground, control the rounds for a decision, or get the sub.
This is gonna surprise us.
AJ Cunningham though could win. He's a dog.
This one's
He
gonna
got that
surprise us.
dog in him.
I think it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna surprise us.
Up to the fatties. Waldo Cortes-Acosta takes on Ryan Spann. Ryan Spann, light heavyweight, making his move up to heavyweight. No more weight cut. Huge frame for light heavyweight. Gonna be 6'5", not cutting any weight. Probably gonna be 240. I was gonna say 245. He's 249.
I already got it. I don't care.
Who you got?
I got Spann.
Superman Spann.
I got Spann.
Why?
Vibes.
All right.
I don't even know where the other guy came from. Where'd he come
Dominican
from?
Republic. Baseball
Who has
player.
he fought? Okay.
Who's
So
he
he's
fought?
going to be throwing some big one-arm punches.
He throws big.
Probably not very
overhand
many
rights.
combinations.
No.
Okay. Spann.
Ryan
I feel like
Spann.
he's pretty scrappy.
Ryan Spann's got more finishing potential. He's got a really good
You pick him too?
high elbow guillotine. He can wrestle if he needs to, especially against a guy like this.
He's kind of wild.
He's faster. He's more athletic. I think he can spark him on the feet. I think he can mix it up better. I think he's going to be more athletic. Lighter man's skill. Moving up to heavyweight where they're just blobs.
These ones, they're not that blobby.
He's pretty blobby. Hasn't fought anybody either. Waldo Acosta Cortez. This guy. Man, who's he fought? Andrei Arlovsky is literally 46 years old and couldn't finish him.
34-22, that guy. Jeez,
Yeah.
Louise.
He's a legend though, but he should have retired.
I know, but he should have retired 22 losses ago.
Right. Lost to Marcos Rogério de Lima, probably one of the only guy on here with remotely any talent.
I don't care what he picked.
Moving on. Seung-Woo Choi versus Kevin Vallejos. Seung-Woo Choi has some decent UFC experience. He's all right all around. Awful record, 11-7, but he's lost to decent competition.
Interesting haircuts.
Yeah. Recently, coming off of a knockout loss to Steve Garcia, beat Jarno Aarons, who's okay. Got knocked out by Michael Trezano.
Three
got dropped
losses
a couple
before
times there.
that.
Got dropped by Josh Keelabau.
So he doesn't have the best chin.
No.
Bless. Okay.
1, 2, 3 knockouts on his record, but he gets rocked a lot.
Oh no.
He got rocked a couple times in the Trezano fight. Vallejos fighting out of Venezuela? Argentina. Fighting out of Argentina, 5'7", 6'8", 68-inch reach versus 6 foot, 74.5 reach. So he's going to have a significant reach disadvantage, but only loss is to the fighting nerd himself, Gene Silva, on Dana White's Contender Series. Went to a decision, won the first round.
I do like the fighting nerds.
Yeah, very good striker.
Hey, I'm going to go Vallejos. I feel like Choi, bless his soul, I hope he has fun, but he has so many losses before his last win. I feel like his confidence is probably not there.
Best of luck, brother.
Yeah, hope he has fun.
He's 32. Vallejos beat this
That's
dude up.
I was like, that's not
That's
Vallejos.
guaranteed. He beat him up to the body. I like this dude in the Contender Series. I was cheering for him, but he's from Mobile, Alabama.
All right, we picked. Or I picked
Moving
Vallejos.
on.
You picked Vallejos?
Yes. Diyar Nurghozay takes on Brendason Hibeiro. This guy's out of Kazakhstan.
I really like the Kazakhstani fighters.
Kazakhstani fighters, just north of the motherland. Brendason Hibeiro, lanky dude. He's going to have a huge reach advantage. 81-inch reach versus 74-inch reach.
Oh, this is Trap Guy.
Yeah, trapped up. Undefeated fighter, coming off of a knockout over this guy.
Hibeiro.
You're going with Hibeiro?
Yeah.
Hibeiro?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who you picking?
Why?
I just think he's gonna win.
Okay. I'm going with Diyar Nurghozay.
You are going with Trap Guy.
Trapped
okay.
up.
I feel like if they're from Kazakhstan, you're gonna pick him.
Brendason Hibeiro. He
Who's a favorite, first of all?
Diyar.
Is he?
Yeah.
By how much?
Minus 400. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm
You
sticking.
can't switch.
No, I don't care what they think.
Brendason, he's good. He's athletic, but he kind of just wings his punches. He doesn't really throw them straight. He's not the most technical guy on the feet. I question his chin. Got sparked by Ming Yang Zong. He did beat Bruno Lopez, which is a good win, but he's got three KO losses in the last 3 years.
I feel like the other guy could go down a weight class. I don't
Maybe,
think he should be there.
He's kind of thick around the belly, but awful performance against Kyle Machado, who I think is absolute garbage.
He might have just been having a bad
Lost
day.
to Godza Zulov, who lost to Bruno Lopez, looked like absolute garbage.
Another bad day?
Lost to a guy who's 29-18.
He beat Bruno Lopez, though.
Sorry, I mean, he could win. He's got a puncher's chance. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but Diyar Nurghozay, he's like a Pan-Creation champ. He can grapple, he can wrestle. I'm gonna go with him.
Okay.
I trust him more.
Hibeiro.
Damon Blackshear versus Cody Gibson. Damon Blackshear, young, up-and-coming fighter. Pretty good striking, got some power, good wrestling, good jiu-jitsu. Versus Cody Gibson, who's been in the game a long time. He's a veteran of the sport. 21-10, not the best looking record, but 37 years old.
What's his recent streak?
Recent streak is Chad Anheliger and Brian Kelleher. Chad Anheliger should be dropping a weight class, and Brian Kelleher is like 40 years old.
I don't know who either. And then lost to Miles John. Who's that guy?
Miles Johns is from Winfield, I think.
That's enough. Just kidding. Brad Katona, I vaguely know that name.
Brad Katona, correct. No, he's from Newton, sorry.
They're both strikers?
Damon Blackshear is more of a grappler. Cody Gibson kind of mixes it up.
Are they good strikers?
I think Damon Blackshear is. He pieced up Cody Durden in their last fight. Hit him with a flying knee and then hit him with like a three-piece combo.
Who has Blackshear fought?
He recently beat Cody Durden. Sorry, Stamen. Cody Durden's the Joshua.
He's priced a lot at Cody's.
Cody Stamen lost to Montel Jackson. He took this fight on short notice. Did a twister on Jose Johnson. Luan Lacerda lost to Farid Basharat. Went to a decision with Yusuf Zalal, who I think is really good. Recently beat Calvin Kattar a few weeks ago.
I know Blackshear's name, but I don't remember seeing him fight.
He's also big for the division. Usually Cody Gibson is a big guy in his fights. Damon Blackshear's going to be bigger and stronger and younger. So
I can tell who you're picking.
I picked Cody Gibson to beat Chad Anheliger just because I knew he was just going to be a bigger dude, and he just big brothered him. But I think if he gets matched, I'm picking Damon Blackshear because I think if he gets matched by a guy just as big and strong as him, I think he's more tactical.
I think this is one that you're underestimating. I think Gibson.
You got Gibson?
I got Gibson. I don't want to agree with you on that. Who's a favorite?
Damon Blackshear.
By how much?
He's a minus 485 favorite.
All right. Well, good dog pick to pick. Good dog pick to pick.
Good dog pick. Alexander Hernandez takes on Kurt Holobaugh. Alexander Hernandez burst onto the scene, knocking out Beneil Dariush, was then fraud checked by the one and only Donald the Cowboy Cerrone.
May he rest in peace.
He's making a comeback.
Is he actually coming back?
So I heard.
You heard that 2 years ago.
No, I heard that a few months ago. He's coming back this summer. He's got to get on to the.
His name is the Great Ape?
Alexander the Great Ape Hernandez.
Why does he add the ape? Why can't it just be Alexander the Great?
CTE's a hell of a condition. Coming off a win over Austin Hubbard by split decision. Lost to Damon Jackson, lost to Bill Algeo, beat 40-year-old Jim Miller. Lost to Billy Quarantillo by TKO, which isn't a good look. Lost to Money Morgano.
Okay, he's one of those who wins one, loses one, wins one, loses one.
He's been like that since he came into the UFC.
Okay. Show me Holobaugh.
Holobaugh, absolute dog, nicknamed the Hurt. Was on the Ultimate Fighter. Very good. Well, he pushes forward really well. Puts a lot of pressure on people. Power in the hands. Great jiu-jitsu off of his back. Very dangerous off his back.
He kind of stands like the Diaz brothers, right?
No, don't.
No?
No.
You don't think so?
Don't compare him to them.
Oh, I don't know anything about them except that I feel like they stood like that.
Triangle choked Austin Hubbard. Jason Knight just beat him up on the feet, which was really impressive because I think Jason Knight's really good. Won the Ultimate Fighter. Their most recent season, he beat Austin Hubbard.
I'm gonna go Holobaugh. I don't think Hernandez is gonna do enough.
No. Hernandez is kind of small. He's kind of one of those tweeners. Like he's too big for 45, but too small for 55. And Kurt Holobaugh is just an absolute dog. He's gonna be bigger. He's gonna be stronger. He's definitely tougher. Like I said, Kurt Holobaugh's a fighter. Hernandez is an athlete. Holobaugh's got more finishing potential on the feet, and he can get him to the ground and sub him.
Okay. Don't give me any more bias on the next one. I can always tell who you're leaning towards. Okay? I'm like, who's a good striker? Well, I think this person's a better striker.
Holobaugh's the dog.
Holobaugh is the dog?
He's a dog. Plus 170. I think that's crazy. Chidi Njokuani, striker, versus Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos, who is also a striker.
I'm going with Chidi because of
Chidi Bang Bang?
No, Chidi from The Good Place.
Okay.
Chidi all the way.
I'm also going to go with Chidi.
But let's look at the stats. 6'3" versus 5'11".
He's 6'3", 80-inch reach.
They both have a lot of fights.
5'11", 73-inch reach. Well, they're both old.
I've never heard of them.
Zaleski's 38, Chidi's 36.
There's like 15 Dos Santos
right
out there, so I don't know who he is.
True statement.
I've never heard of Chidi either.
Chidi came from Bellator.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, he came to the UFC in 2021 Contender Series, but beat this dude, Mario
He had
Sousa.
3 losses in a row.
Mario Sousa, this guy that he beat by ground and pound, was 12-1 at the time, is now 21-4. So
Yeah, but he had 3 losses after that. So I'm picking Chidi just because his name is Chidi.
okay. I'm picking Chidi as well. I think he's the better striker. I think he can keep it on the feet. He's got 7-inch reach advantage. He's younger. He's got more. He's about the same experience. He had several losses, but those were at 185. So now that he's down at welterweight, like he's gonna be a monster at welterweight. And Elizeu's just been kind of hit or miss. Beat Zach Scroggin, who shouldn't even been in there with him. Lost to Randy Brown, who's also a 6'3" rangy guy. He beat him, kind of outpointed him on the feet, and I think Chidi is a better fighter than Randy Brown. Moving on, main event. Marvin, the Italian Dream, Vettori,
I already know who I'm picking.
versus Roman Dolidze. Who we got? The Caucasian. Look at him, Roman the Caucasian.
Interesting. I don't think that
He's from the Caucasus. Not because he's white.
Well, bless Marvin, but I'm going Roman, Georgian power.
Georgian power.
And he has a very hairy back.
Roman Dolidze?
Yes.
That's why you're picking him?
I mean, it's just
He got that animal in him?
It's just kind of scary.
There's some fights where he shaves it. Other
I feel
fights
like
you're
it's gonna freak poor Marvin out.
It's like the fights where he takes on short notice. He didn't have time to shave his
Right.
back. So if he comes in with a shaved back, we knew that he had time and he was preparing.
Yeah.
And he's probably gonna win.
I just think Marvin is gonna.
I think
be like,
I didn't see any hair on the back during the weigh-ins than the face-offs.
Well, it has time to grow.
Right, it'd probably be back.
Who's the favorite? That's what I want to know.
Marvin Vettori.
No way.
Yeah, Marvin Vettori's a small
barely.
favorite. Yeah, barely. Dolidze's been more active. He arguably could have won the first fight.
Arguably.
Arguably. Indubitably. He won the first round, landing the better punches. Marvin outpointed him the second round. The third round was kind of iffy, but Marvin Vettori took tons of damage.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Their first fight.
They fought.
They've already fought, yeah.
What happened?
The first round, Roman Dolidze was just pushing forward. He was landing the bigger shots. You could say Marvin Vettori was landing more shots, but the ones that Roman were landing were, you could tell that they
When
were
was this? And who won?
2022, Marvin Vettori by decision.
Oh, 2022.
2023, sorry. It was at almost exactly a year ago. 2 years ago.
My boy Roman has improved since.
Well, Roman, like, he fought Jared Cannonier and just got beat up for 4 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Took tons of damage, messed up his shoulder, had to get surgery, so he's been out rehabbing his shoulder. Roman Dolidze lost to him, and then he lost to Nasruddin Imavov, which isn't an awful loss. Imavov's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Anthony Smith on short notice at 205. Beat Kevin Holland by taking him down and popping his rib.
I feel very confident with Dolidze.
I think Roman Dolidze, I know that he's got more
something to prove to Vettori.
He's got more power on the feet. Kicks well, pushes forward, got a really good chin. He's one of those guys that he's going to just take your punches knowing that he can hit harder than you. And amazing jiu-jitsu off his back, rolls for legs, very good transitions on the ground. Blew out, or he got Jack Hermanson in a calf slicer and kind of pinned him to the ground and TKO'd him from the back. And Phil Hawes.
Hermanson?
Yeah, and Phil Hawes blew out his knee, knew that he blew out his knee, and kind of let it go. And then Phil Hawes kind of fought on and ended up knocking him out against the cage. It was the most damage I've seen a fighter take in a fight.
Oh.
Lost his ACL and got knocked unconscious.
Oh, we lost it?
Oh, yeah. Trust me. So, yeah, I think Roman Dolidze, he's just got more damage potential, more finish potential. He'll be shooting takedowns. I hope he didn't shoot takedowns in their first fight, which I feel like he could have won the fight.
I don't care. Did you write down who I picked? 'Cause I'm not
No, I'll remember.
Oh, you're going to remember?
Oh, I'll remember because I disagree with him.
All right.
So, anything else you want to talk about?
But just be prepared to report back on how many more picks I got right than you.
Okay. We can do a post show.
I don't want to embarrass you.
Okay. Alright, well. So we'll run through them real quick. We had Judice Nunez, Lima, Hughes, Musasa, you, Spann, Vallejos. You had Ribeiro. I had Nurghozay. You had Gibson. I had Blackshear. We both had Hollabaugh. We both had Chidi. And we both had Dolidze. Yep. So we disagreed on
3.
Ribeiro, Gibson.
Oh. Yeah. 2.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to be really amped up in those fights.
I'm sure
Yelling at the TV.
They're huge dogs. And that's the thing is, though, I can see Ribeiro getting a knockout win. Or winning on the feet, keeping it standing.
I love seeing a dog win.
And I can see Gibson winning in just an absolute scrap, keeping it on the feet and outpointing him 2 rounds out of 3.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm predicting that
but
right there.
I just don't think it's gonna fight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks, guys. Peace out.